Sports Minister, I think the NSA is your first stop as far as cleaning house, sanitizing the sector, and setting it on the path to productivity is concerned. Look, the NSA has been bedeviled with so many issues, especially since Chumesi took over, that I don't even, like, nobody seems to understand how they operate anymore. Because just like we saw openly at the Public Accounts Committee, there were instances where Chumesi had become so powerful that the minister could transfer somebody from one point and Chumesi could tell the person to stay put and nothing would be done. In fact, I remember the Public Accounts Committee ordered the arrest of one of the Northern Regional Directors as well, and a couple of people who had embezzled some money. I don't think any arrest has been made till date. So as for the NSA, they are right in the middle of everything we do as far as sports in this country is concerned. GFA issues go to the NSA. Black Stars issues go to the NFA. League issues have NSA involved some way, somehow. And so I think that if any minister will have a successful tenure, the NSA is where all the action should begin. And I see that we did a program on Football Made in Ghana on Wednesday where the guys discussed possible candidates as new sports minister. Now, we've heard the Honorable Nilante Van der Poel, who has occupied
legend number one.
I'll come to that. So that's one of the candidates who's been mentioned. Professor Francis Dodo has been mentioned.
Yeah. Dr. Randy
Abe has been mentioned, and then there's one more name.
Kobna Wisdom Woyome.
Kobna Mensa Woyome.
Former chairman.
Okay, so it's 4 candidates who have been listed. I'm going to go around the table, and everybody's going to justify quickly who they think should be sports minister and why. Let me start with you, Rabbi. Let's go. Why should anybody consider Van der Poel for minister?
No more. It's Nante. You see, first and foremost, we need somebody who understands sports.
I'm sure Mahama is taking his decision already, but we are here doing our own thing. But anyway,
we need somebody.
Anyway, yeah.
You see, you cannot put somebody who has got no knowledge whatsoever on what goes on within the sector. Nilante is tried and tested.
You mean this is not time for try Makwe?
You see, where we've gotten to, our standard across board is so low that you want somebody who will walk in there and put life into everybody. Somebody who would just not put life into you, but give you life and give you hope for the future. The one who knows how to get to where he thinks we should go or we should be. Set proper realistic target within a time frame, short, medium, and long term. You put him there. He walks in there, and this is not the time for anybody to come and brief him about anything. To me, the current sports running in Ghana, we don't have any standard.
Everything goes.
We've gone to Olympics without any boxer. Me, I have never seen that happen before. Since I was born.
Now there's a world championship and Ghana is not there. Olympics.
Since I started eating, chewing, culturing football, I have never seen the Black Stars fail to qualify for an AFCON, not winning a single qualifying game. Me won't be that. And I cannot see why somebody supervises a qualifying campaign, not winning one game, and the people in charge are still thinking of maintaining the person in the job. Jesus Christ. Who are those? Who are those? It's because they themselves, they have no shame. They have no standard to protect. Ghana withdrew 0-0 with Nigeria in the CHAN qualifying year in Kumasi. And our coach could sit there and say that even if we don't qualify, we have given our players exposure. To the extent that we've gone, we didn't qualify, Nobody have said anything to the people of this
We
country.
are selling the brand of the Ghana Premier League.
Jesus Christ. You come to the president, you go to the minister, you are giving the taxpayers money. You go and you flop big time. Ungraded. We don't know where to grade you. Even you are not qualified to be graded F or E8 per the WASI E8. No university will ask you to go to write a referral. We don't know where to put you. Yet still, you think you should be in a job. And apart from Nilante, look, of the names you've mentioned, Nilante is the only person who has got a track proven record.
But we hear he might end up at local government too.
Me qualify. Five or pale no more. Kaji won't qualify. Me. He didn't know me by then. We were kids by then. We'll get closer to them.
Nilante step overs.
Nilante
shimmy to the right.
Onapo.
Shimmy to the left.
Onapo.
Step overs.
Onapo.
Rabona. Oh, Charlie.
Nilante. He knows. He understands sport and he cuts across. He's not only coming in there as a football person. Boxing, he's there. Athletics, he's there. Football, he's there.
Basketball,
tennis, he's there. Tennis, everything. Nilante is involved.
Nilante elastico.
That is the sort of person we want. The one who will walk in there when Ketu Kreku goes to him and he brings that budget that nobody can defend. You will say, what are you talking about? Come on, get out of here and go and bring more.
He revealed to us a couple of years ago that it was costing us almost $1 million per friendly match or per black
Do you
match.
think the other names they would have mentioned that?
Way back in 2016. So adjust it against inflation.
Just do that. No more.
Hey, they were only doing 2 million now.
I'm telling you,
maybe more.
Where we are now, that is the sort of person we need. If you like, just go to the roadside, raise the placard, Nilante, Randy Abenie, Doctor Woyo Menie, who else?
Professor Francis Do.
I'm a family.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm a bad semi. You see, all that we are saying, it depends. It is the president's.
It's the president's final decision.
He decides. But Mr. President, look, Papa, with all humility, number one, Papa five. The World Cup is at stake. We are telling the president very humbly that if you keep Otto Addo in the job, we are going to look against Chad. Ghanaians will listen to. Some of it, the signals we are picking in Ketia, the signals we are picking is so disastrous that most of our key players again will decide not to show up if we keep Otto Addo in the job for the qualifiers against Chad. Madagascar, who we defeated in the last, that day you and I were at the stadium, in Inaki Williams' last, they will score us. As for Comoros, they've established a pattern. They will whip us and whip us good. Number one, Pafai. One Pabufai, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Nilante Vandabo, Honorable One Pabufai. We need somebody who understands the chemistry of the area.
All right.
As well, look, I've spoken for my candidate. Let me rubbish as part of the debate. I need to rubbish. When I say rubbish, I need to get why it cannot be any of the others.
No, it's don't go there.
No more. Look, we gave Professor Dodu. You see, they all have track record. Which of them can come and defend that? Look,
fair game. Fair game.
Look, the future of Ghana athletics under Professor Dodu, that girl was destroyed.
No. See, that's.
Oh, these are facts.
Hold on. You see, don't make blanket statements like that. Do you know why? Because it is unfair to say that the whole of Professor Dodu's tenure as GAA president will be judged by a certain young lady whose career didn't go well. Hold on, there's a reason why your mic is off. Hold on. You see, another reason is that there are also people who credit him for basically, I would say, enhancing the scholarship scheme that takes our athletes outside this country. He did doesn't matter. He did a big chunk of that. So let's not try and downplay one. You've made your
land. Oh, don't do that.
But don't do that. No, hold on.
I'm
This is not
statement.
this is hold on.
What's the name of the little girl?
Oh, you see,
Matabisa.
There are too many intricacies in that matter for you to make that blanket. It's not
that would have never happened.
It's not fair.
If that girl was a citizen of America, what at all was the problem that we couldn't solve?
But that is
problem.
Let's
16-year-old girl, you can't solve.
Let's move the
to the stand. I'm moving the discussion to the stand that it was a banter. You either apologize or Ghana suffers, and Ghana suffered for it.
Let's not make
another candidate whose name is being put. Who can Randy Abbey, doctor? Ketokreku.
Fair. You've made your point. And then
just recently he went and defended
that they took the 100.
Why it is proper that people go to work for 2 weeks, in fact less than 14 days. I think it was 10 to 11 days, 12 days, less than 2 weeks. When we went there, we chopped last. Ghana, look, Ghanaians should listen. We were last. These are people who had no shame. You took our team to the World Cup, to the Mundial. You gave us Mantra Makwe a coach. They defended the Mantra Makwe appointment. And we chopped last. After chopping last, Otoado, 200,000. Every player, $100,000. Then Randawe comes, look. He was asked a very beautiful question that day by the chairman of the committee. What's their name? The Committee on Sports for Parliament or whatever.
Honorable Wisdom Woyome.
Would you justify that amount of money? Look, I couldn't believe it when I heard somebody whom I enjoyed listening to when I was a little boy growing up. Akaka bleo, mujamente school ye. Minuko akaka mukuni che so beno wo here cholo wo ne. Beno wo leni ne. You
see, you've made your point about it. I need to discuss like 4 topics today.
I need to hit for the last.
It's fine. You've done it. You've done it.
People were given $100,000 for no work done because they deserved it.
As for the no work done, I don't think there was no work. I don't think they went to holiday. Hold on.
We fed them.
Hold on. You see,
where they slept.
You see, let's not do that. You see, let's
rooms and reveal what
you can't go into there. Your microphone is off. See, hold on. You see, this is a structured program.
He should remain in Parliament, sit on the committee and do his job.
Is he going back to Parliament?
No, I think he lost.
I think he lost it in the.
He lost the seat.
Yeah, he lost the primaries.
Neil Ante didn't lose. He said, "I won't go." And he made sure that the NDC candidate won the election at Odododudu.
Fair game.
That is the man I'm talking about.
Fair game.
Don't
get into any uncharted territory.
No, not Benamo.
It's fair game.
No, the point I'm making is that listeners, viewers, YouTubers, YouTubers. You can't. YouTubers.
Those who are watching our YouTubers.
Those who are, yes,
those who have the YouTube account.
I thought YouTubers the who does the welcome to my channel. I thought YouTubers.
So the YouTube YouTubers more for short.
No. Because YouTubers is welcome to my channel. Where the YouTubers?
Okay.
Where the YouTubers?
Those are the content.
So viewers on YouTube.
Viewers on YouTube. Those who are watching.
Those are the contents on YouTube.
When I said it, they all understand what I'm trying to drive.
No, where the YouTubers?
We are voting. Like in Ketia said, there's a pool out there. Nilante, Dr. Randy Abbey, Woyome, Professor Tumesi. Who do you think?
Mahama will swerve everybody. Then in the end, everybody will be here.
Papa, he will not make that mistake.
Let me talk
with
to
the White House. This is my last point. The last time I said this here. The President, His Excellency, has been given a perfect opportunity. He knows it. To completely rewrite history. If the president is in front of me, I will, with all humility, even kneel down and tell him that, look, that Brazil campaign, me personally, the failure of that campaign, I put at the doorstep of the president. Hey, yes, I'm telling you today. I've said it before. I will not move away because we had been to the World Cup in 2006. We have been to the World Cup in 2010 when he was vice president. How did we do it? How did our leaders at the time, President Kufuor and the late, oh Papa, may his soul rest in perfect peace, John Atafifi Mills, how did they do it? So you had two people to learn from.
Fair.
How did we fly $3 million from Ghana to Brazil? So this is look, God, if you give your life to God, God will give you second opportunity to.
So Muhammad gave his life to God.
And he's been given another chance to fix it. Look at the time he's come.
I'm sure. I'm sure he will do right the second.
Where are we going? Canada, America. As for Mexico, no Ghanaians going there.
Go there. You go.
Mexico.
What won't you go and do there?
I say you
end up at Guadalajara. You
are put on me Philadelphia.
Mr. Graham, I don't know if you
should apologize to the people of Mexico for that comment. I think
I don't. Is it by force I should go to Mexico?
I think
me personally, I go to Mexico. Okay, you go. Me, I say me, I'm not going. I want to go to Ontario.
I want Cancun. What's it?
Cancun in 3, 2,
Cancun.
I know why you want to go to Cancun.
Anyway, Mr. Graham, if you heard coach speak about 4 candidates, like I say, this is all speculation. We've heard some of the names are close to the action, but in the end, the final decision lies in the bosom of the president. Talk to me about 2 things: who you would possibly like to see, and 3 immediate things they should tackle as soon as they get in office.
Well, from the people mentioned, I like Professor Dudu. Personally, that's the person. Like, I think he was a star athlete in his day as well, like Mr. Van der Poel.
Yeah.
But his was long jump, triple jump, that kind of thing. And the reason I like him is because I think, I said it before the last time, I think the sports ministry right now is a Black Stars ministry.
It is.
So bringing someone who is that in tune with athletics, someone who's been in that space, I think is a useful thing. I think as someone who's competed, he knows what it takes to compete. He can mentor the athletes in his own way. I think that kind of former athlete thing will help, especially because I think we have a lot of talent in athletics. We have a lot of talented runners and jumpers who are not doing right by. So I think that
he will shift the focus from football.
Yeah, that's the main thing that comes to mind, because I think the Black Stars is too much of a mess. I think the government has to take a bit more control of the GFA. I know we talked about the FIFA. What's the name of it?
FIFA what? What is the thing that allows the government to take charge of the national team from FIFA?
There's something, whatever the case is. Until we sign that, I don't even want the sports ministry to be thinking too much about the GFA. Leave them. Unless they are willing to come under the umbrella, leave them. That's their problem. I think that we've given them too much of our time and energy, and they are not giving us enough in return, frankly. So I think the GFA, we should cut them off, in all honesty. That's where I've reached. I've been radicalized, because we are talking about oral. The World Cup budget, that should be part of the oral. They should stop giving them money until they've accounted for all of the money they've wasted. So that's how I feel about it. So like I said, he's an athlete in other sports, long jump, triple jump, won medals at the Africa Games and all that kind of stuff. So his track record as an athlete is there. Like coach said, there were some issues when he was at the Athletics Association. That one there, how much of it is him and how much of it is our culture debatable. And the issues. So let's not even get into that. But like I said,
comes to the doorstep of the leader, kneel and take no fault.
Make your point.
So like I said, the main thing, make the sports ministry a sports ministry. Change it from a Black Stars ministry. And we also don't see some of the issues we've had about funding our players, coaches having to work 2 jobs and stuff. I think some of the funding that we waste on the Black Stars, and I use the word waste because that's exactly what we do with their money.
Emphasize on that.
Yes, that's because it's waste. Yes, it should be given to athletes who are actually trying to improve themselves. Because we saw the performance when people came to the Africa Games. What could have been done at the Olympics?
Seen our women's team excel. All they wanted was like 40,000 to arrange friendlies, and
they couldn't do that. And I even lost our head coach
on that. Nilante, you just issue a statement, no?
So all I'm saying is that I don't want Black Stars ministry. I want a sports ministry. And a sportsman who's excelled in other sports, who understands other sports, will think about it, shift their focus, and forget about
football, boxing, athletics.
We only know him as a footballer.
It's okay. You finished your this. Let somebody else have a slice.
like the lawyers will say, precedence. Precedence always plays a factor in every court ruling, in every case you build.
And no correct.
And so, yeah, based on precedence, what he has done before, taking on the GFA, having his grapples with the GFA during the time of Kwesi Nyantakyi, and what he stands for and what he has preached over the years. Yes, it's clear. Nielante van der Poel, Honorable Nielante van der Poel, is the obvious favorite for the job, and he has also been a sports journalist before.
Yeah.
And
you mean through and through,
like he's gone through.
He be head of sports, of sports.
He's gone through the mill. I mean, he was an athlete at your school. Infantipim for a while.
Why you don't talk about Indian problem? You don't behave yourself.
Yeah, he was
land before. He boxed before. He was a boxing down.
He was an athlete at your school.
Star athlete at the school. Thank you.
Infantipim school. And so for me it has to be Nielante van der Poel. And yes, I put a piece together and I even threw in a candidate for the deputy minister, sports minister.
Our deputy, system ministers, but our deputy.
Well, maybe a special aid, someone
just for shaking reasons.
There's this ministry, they don't need a deputy, they need a cleanup.
I think
who do you have in
I think someone like Dr. Tony Obin should also be heavily involved because of his track record. During the time of Kwesi Nyantakyi, he played a pivotal role in getting that Goldfields sponsorship to the Black Stars.
Played a pivotal role in helping Media
get yes. And so at this point in time, the football sports fraternity lacks a lot of money.
Yeah. That's actually somebody I didn't think.
He also brought in a number of sponsors for Media.
That's what I'm saying.
The last one was very solid mention.
Yeah.
In fact, he's solid enough for the main job.
There's chronic financial issues when it comes to sports, and because Nielante van der Poel can take on the administration stuff.
Yes.
To get things right. Clean sweep, clean house, get things right, get the structures right. Then he comes in and provides the connections to ensure that things move. And when things should things move, it has to do with money. And so he's the kind of guy I will also recommend that he gets very close to the sports ministry.
Gabi, get the final word on this.
I've actually had a chance to speak to people close to him this week.
Mr. Van der Poel?
Yes, and I can tell you that, look, this is one ministerial appointment that President John Dramani Mahama will not like to get it wrong.
He can't.
We can't afford to get it wrong.
It's a sensitive area. I think that if you look at the four names that we put out, he's the only person who's got that experience.
Yeah.
In fact, his tenure was branded as one of the best.
Just 8-9 months.
Yes, 2015, 2016, early 2016, that way.
Shaking things up.
And I remember his one very quote with the GF at the time. So he said, there's nothing like a mafia and a ninja between us. So at the time, he was talking about the Ministry of Youth and Sport, that he was heading that place. And then the then GFA president, that's Kwesi Nyantakyi.
See what his ways and means when they bring the body, he cancel all those rubbish.
We know how vocal he was.
Yeah,
this is somebody who always demanded accountability.
Yes,
on the part of the EFA. Now look, if he's given the role, or if the John Dramani Mahama administration is listening to this show, then there's actually a blueprint out there that they can look at and say, look, we want the sports ministry to be one of the best.
One of the best
in our administration. You know the blueprint?
Which is what?
That parliamentary committee sitting they had with the GFA, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, that was Mustafa Yusuf at the time.
Yeah.
The ex-players that came to the sitting. I have just one simple problem. What was the use of that sitting? They said they were going to publish whatever happened.
We've not seen anything.
And I'm saying, no, it's a process. But it's ended.
That's political talk.
Yes, it has ended. Look,
it's in the pipeline.
Look, I'm saying the blueprints because I was at the sitting, and for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, that Yusuf came to sit and give us a breakdown proper.
Yeah,
I don't think they did a good job because he came there. He did not give us a proper breakdown.
Yusuf has he broken down anything?
He's never given us a proper breakdown. And I don't blame him, because this is somebody who was brought in from, he was what?
National
NSS. NSS, yes.
Square pegs in round holes.
Good. You don't want to appoint somebody who has zero knowledge or idea about sport
at all.